So thank you so very much for being here. This is so exciting. My name is Jacquie Devino. I am one of 2 directors here on campus. Our other director is in the main auditorium directing another show. Tonight's performance is really exciting because it's the first performance of our Production 1 students. And in 4 years you'll come back and you won't recognize these kids and what they've done and where they've come. And this year we decided to do something unique. Normally they start off doing scene work, where everybody does a scene from a different show. This year we decided what would it be like if they could study a whole play, analyze those characters, and tell the audience the entire story from start to finish. So the actors in tonight's show all appear, most of them appear in just one scene, but 5 or 6 or 7 people play that same character. Now, they're trying to make it very clear to you who they are in the way that they portray that character, but we've also cheated a little. All of our leads, Henrietta, are wearing black skirts and white tops, and they have the same hairstyle. All of our men are the same character. Same boy chasing the same girl in the same black skirt, even though the actors and actresses change. The 2 co-workers, Wilhelmina and Annie, Wilhelmina's appear in green, Annie's appear in purple, and then Henrietta's sister appears in blue. And you'll see that they carry similar props. They try to share similar mannerisms. I hope that it'll be clear to you. We've been working on it for about a month, 5 weeks, and it seems clear to me, but I've been doing it every day. I am so proud of this group of freshmen. You have some really wonderful students, and I also want to thank you. This got very complicated. We were supposed to have 3 shows. Now we have 2. It's rivalry week. There's just a lot going on, and thank you for being patient. And we are going to start in 2 minutes after I make sure they have the air cranked on, because I don't think it's just me running around. It's hot in here. That is 1 phone call, and we are going to start as soon as that phone call ends. Our programs this year, we've gone digital just because so much was getting thrown away. That's why you were watching it on the screen. But every student has 2 programs that will come home with them, one for their parents and one for themselves for memorabilia with all the information in them that you saw tonight. So thank you. Let me just show you.
What are you doing? You know church is about to start. You know this and you're avoiding it.
Heaven is up there, they say. Pearly clouds, pearly gates, they say. They don't know much about astronomy, I say. The science of light on high, of all that is far off and lonely and stuck in the deepest dark of space. Dark, but for billions and billions of exceptions. And I insist on the exceptional.
Well, you've been caught.
I haven't been caught, I've been attacked. With pinches. What kind of world is this?
You forgot your hearing aid, your fair game. Church, now.
I can't right now.
Oh, yes, you can. We're waiting. I'm freezing. Come in.
Margie, I'm sorry, but I cannot sit still right now.
The only thing you have to do in church is sit still. Now, tell me what's going on or come inside.
I've been trying to tell you all week, but you're busy and you're barking.
I don't bark. I'm running the house, and Daddy's running the church. And you, what are you doing? Staying up all night in the cold, like a moth?
What is wrong with you this morning, Miss Jumpy?
I'm not jumpy.
I'm not a moth.
Why are we still outside?
Because they have a job for me at Harvard, at the observatory. Actual astronomy.
Since when were you even looking for a job?
Since they offered. Margie, this is an extraordinary thing. Harvard needs mathematicians, and they asked me specifically.
Harvard asked you?
Yes, and please, don't hold back your tone of shock.
This is shocking. I'm shocked.
And I'm leaving. I'm taking the job, and I'm leaving.
You've always been leaving.
Next week.
Next week. No, Henry, now wait. We need to discuss this together as a family.
Margie, this could be my best life, and it's right in front of me.
And I'm still freezing.
Margie, talk to me.
Fine, yes. I know we were never meant to be grow old next to each other kind of sisters, and the way you drive me crazy makes that for the best, but Henrietta, this is extreme.
Exactly. Come with me.
Oh, Henry, please.
Both of us. Come on.
What are you talking about? That's absurd.
Only a little. You know you're the only person who understands me, and you're always up for an adventure. And I do want to get old and scrappy with you.
I did not say scrappy.
You should come with me and fire up your heart.
What are you talking about?
The edge of the wide world.
It's Boston.
A blaze of learning.
Blaze.
A blaze. And Radcliffe is nearby, and they have a music school.
Henry, slow down.
You don't have to stay here. You can be happy. You can lose yourself.
Lose my... No, stop. Do not start wearing bloomers.
Margie.
No, wait! There are women these days, and they wear pants, and it's ridiculous. Now, I have to play the hymns for the service that started 10 minutes ago. And thank you, sister. My fingers are numb.
I need you to convince Daddy to give me my dowry. I'm serious. Very. Please talk to him.
Why do I get all the yelling jobs?
You're so good at it.
This is your future, Henrietta. You know for certain you'll never marry, never fall in love. People do that. Uncoordinated, unplanned emotion. Just the word spinster. Henrietta, please.
I need to start my life with Daddy's money.
Next the bloomers. Whiskey with suffragettes.
I'm not a cowboy.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about astronomy. You keep talking about terrible pants.
It starts with pants. It's a changing world, and something should be sacred. And I'm not saying you shouldn't go, but it's far away, that place. It's crowded. And you're still here in my sight, and I worry.
I'll be doing math. Don't worry.
Why don't you just stay here and live with us and teach?
No.
Like every other girl with your temperament.
I like my temperament, and I don't want it stuffed in a schoolhouse. I have questions. I have fundamental problems with the state of human knowledge. Who are we? Why are we? Where are we?
Wisconsin.
In the universe.
Still Wisconsin.
Margie, I am not just curious. I am charged and poised. And you know I'll only get more and more annoying until I go. You know this. You know this.
One day, there will be a word for you. Just for me, for our father, who may, after much snorting, will approve of this. When you go, take a Bible.
I think Harvard has those.
You know what I mean. We look in the same direction, but our understanding is distinct.
I love you. It's too cold for God.
That's why we keep him inside.
Margie, come with me.
I can't.
Why not?
Because Father depends on me. And if you leave, I can't leave. And I don't want to leave. And Samuel proposed.
What?
To Mary.
Who?
Henry.
I mean, when?
This morning, thank you for noticing.
Aha, jumpy.
Yes, other people's lives are also in progress.
Is he?
Inside, looking very attentive until the service ends, and I answer.
What's your answer?
Of course I will.
To Samuel?
Well, I wanted to talk to you first.
You're leaving me for Samuel?
You just said you're leaving me!
Not for Samuel!
He's very good.
Yes, he is.
He is, and I'm happy.
Then I am too. Margie, come with me.
Just come back.
Excuse me, is this the observatory office?
Oh, yes, you must be on 7 o'clock, Miss Levitt. Are you Miss Levitt?
I am, Henrietta Levitt, and I'm thrilled to...
Good. We'll make this quick. It's not that complicated.
May I just say how pleased I am to meet you, Dr. Pickering. I'm so honored.
No,
I'm not?
I'm not.
You're not Dr. Pickering.
I am.
You are Dr. Pickering.
So sorry. My name is Peter Shaw. I work for Pickering.
Oh, lovely, Mr. Shaw. Colleagues then.
Actually, you work for me, and I work for him, so...
So we're still colleagues, it would seem.
Technically, yes, but...
And here I thought Harvard was such a technical place.
No, it's just that... I mean, of course it is. It's just... You see, I'm Dr. Pickering's apprentice, junior fellow in astronomical research, summa cum laude in mathematics and physics.
And if you spot me, I'll swoon.
What?
It's a technical term. Now, Mr. Shaw, I've come a long way and I'm quite anxious to get started. May I? Get started, or just point me to the telescope and I'll be on my way.
The telescope?
Is that it? The Great Refractor?
Yes, but...
One of the largest in the world.
I'm very aware. Quite a point of pride for us, but this is the workroom for you girls to work in here.
A short orientation, then.
We've been in the girls' department photographing plates in the telescope. The latest technology.
Yes, good. Question, why all women?
Oh, this is great. Pickering got fed up with the boys he was sent and said, you really said this, that his housekeeper could do better. So we hired her, and she did do better. That was quite a woman's world up here.
I was expecting the usual world.
Oh, I make regular rounds.
Rounds?
I come around.
To what end?
Evaluation, of course.
Mr. Shaw, I also graduated summa cum laude from Radcliffe, which is basically Harvard in skirts. And lucky for us, the universe doesn't much care what you wear. So my expertise and yours might just complement each other's if we can get past this encroachingly unpleasant first impression. Or I could take this out and you could keep orienting.
Wow, you fit right in with the harem.
The what?
Oh, no, it's just a name, a compliment. Picturing's harem, it's just a compliment.
If you're a concubine.
He picks the best is what we mean. We could just call you that. Pickering's best. Pickering's pick. It's got a ring. You don't?
I was supposed to meet Dr. Pickering at 10.
Yes, and he sent us warmest welcomes through me. He was detained, not more pressing matters. I'll show you around.
I'll come back.
There's no need for that.
Mr. Shaw, I don't mean to be brisk. Maybe a little, if that will help drive home the point that I am finally here, after a long time of not being anywhere, and all you've thus far conveyed is that I'm in some kind of math harem waiting to be picked. And that doesn't seem right at all.
I'm so sorry. And Dr. Pickering's thrilled to have you here. And I get in a lot of trouble with him if I bring you off on your first day, so please stay. We very much like you to stay.
You don't seem very excited about all this work.
Well, it is work.
It's not your, how best to make you uncomfortable, passion?
That's a bit excessive for physics.
Is it? I find the very notion of this work to be a thrill, a bracing excitement, and you just see it as something that you do?
Well, I enjoy the work, of course I do. It's interesting and reason and sound, and my father put a lot of strings to. What did you say? Passion?
Unlike for some people, following this curiosity was not easy. I had to insist, which requires a dedicated desire unmatched by reason, which is called passion. You should try it.
I sang, Gilbert and Sullivan. I wanted to be an actor. Dad thought not though. But I still sing, on occasion, with enthusiasm. Does that count?
Technically.
Well, here you go. One of the plates you'll be working with. A slice of heaven.
Beautiful. I should take one to my father.
Excuse me?
He's a pastor.
These never leave the premises.
You said heaven. I was joking.
Harvard property.
Of course.
Very expensive.
And if you don't mention the attempted larceny, I won't mention the musicals.
You're curious.
In every way.
Oh, they're back. Watch out for Miss Fleming. Scottish stock, swift and angry.
Oh my.
And Miss Cannon, don't get in her way. Her name is Dickinson's.
Oh, but I'd like to ask.
What else could I tell you, Miss Levitt? Penmanship key. Delicacy with the plates, they crack.
Mr. Shaw,
25 cents an hour.
I would love a chance
It's
to
it's great money for a woman's work.
It's volunteering.
What are you asking, Miss Levitt?
That I might more fully engage in the ideas here?
Other than doing the work you've been hired to do?
Other than, pardon me, do your math? Now, when may I use the telescope?
Well, see, you can't.
I'll take over, Mr. Shaw.
Yes, you had started to brief her.
Then I'd be brief.
Well, good day, ladies.
Welcome, Miss Levitt.
Thank you. I was so excited to be here that I fear I might have scared him.
Easy to do. Wilhelmina Fleming. I like you.
Thank you.
Annie Cannon. I haven't decided.
Miss Cannon, I know I probably shouldn't
No,
have gone-
you should not have.
And I'm sorry if I made a poor impression.
Harvard Observatory is the pinnacle of the astronomical unit. the academic world looks to us.
To bookkeep the stars if you talk to Mr. Shaw.
Which is why we try not to talk to Mr. Shaw. We are mapping the sky, Miss Lovett. Doing what has never been done before sounds unimportant to you, uninspired. I'd leave before you're asked to. Otherwise, show some respect.
Of course, and I would never...
Respect is a quiet thing. Practice this.
Yes.
Practice now.
Let me show you what we do around here. This is the latest technology, a photograph of the stars. And we chart every point of light to every one.
Every single one.
Every scattered sneeze of them.
Will, don't be crude.
They look like brown pepper till you get the hang of it.
Willoughby is her best photometer, from whom you'll learn much if she doesn't get herself fired.
I used to be her
You
boss.
still are. We share leadership of this department.
She outdid me with those letters.
I did no such thing.
The star classifications were her idea.
Collective effort, I assure you.
Star classifications, that's your work.
Oh yes, indeed. The sky was right until Miss Cannon coded it. I insisted on labeling the stars based on color, but she labeled the stars with letters based on temperature.
Ladies,
O-B-A-F-G-K-M. Yes.
You created a standard, Miss Cannon. My goodness, I'm so honored. Well, you'd probably laugh, but my professors made us memorize your letters using this ridiculous phrase.
She also made up that ridiculous phrase.
but I didn't mean for it to find its way into textbooks.
She had a muse.
Miss Fleming.
She thought it would be best for the boys. It's all I think about anyway.
Let's get back to work, please.
Because she's the boss.
I wouldn't have to be if you take this seriously, which is a ridiculous request for the woman who started this department in the first place. Do you know Will was the first ever woman to hold the title curator in astronomy? The Draper catalog, it's all her work. She discovered stars, nebulae, novae. She's the reason that I'm here, and even if she is far too much fun, I'm the first to admit that she is fundamental to this institution.
And that, new friend, is how you introduce yourself without boasting.
I quit.
Oh, be a fine grandma.
It's a great phrase.
We have work to do. Dr. Pickering is a very particular man.
He calls us his harem.
He's joking.
He's not. He measures the project in girl hours.
He's joking.
He's not. Sometimes kilo girl hours.
Point is, we're busy because we are essential.
We're the dirt from which mighty oaks grow.
And do we have a title of some sort?
We do indeed. Congratulations, Miss Lovett. You are now a computer.
What's a computer?
One who computes.
Notates the plates, transfer the data, input the data, process, record, next star.
And the plates, how do we read them?
Star thinking.
Align the spanker with the star. The matching dot indicates how bright that star is. Record magnitude, position, date, and repeat until you fill up the logbook.
Or go slightly crazy.
And what about working on our own ideas, using the telescope for our own work?
You don't.
Oh, but I thought this was...
We collect, report, and maintain the largest stellar archive in the world. But we resist the temptation to analyze it.
But you just said how much you discovered here, both of you.
Resisting doesn't always work.
Can you do this job, Miss Lovett?
Of course I can.
I need the consistent, not the creative.
She can do it, Annie. She understands.
Please give Miss Lovett her first plates.
Will do, Mr. President.
You make me crazy, and you know you make me crazy.
Bound to power done. All right, you. More questions?
Is she mean or just to me?
Oh, no. She's just meticulous and blunt. And she sings.
Sings what?
Like a crow. But still, shows her humanity, atonal though it may be. You want her on your side. She's always on the right one.
Good, because I have some pressing issues with science.
The whole of it?
A lot of it. As far as I can tell, we do not appear to know where we are, astronomically, which is shocking. This is the modern age. We've been looking up for millennia, and we don't know how far away those stars are. We don't know if the Milky Way is the universe. That's just unacceptable.
You're fun. But here's some perspective. I was Pickering's housekeeper before he brought me here, so we're a lot of things. But at present, we are cleaning up the universe for the men and making fun of them behind their backs. It's worked for centuries.
Work isn't talking. Here we like to say,
The sky's the limit, and there's so damn much of it.
so we work. Star name,
Star name,
Star name,
Alpha Leonis 3982.
Beta Orionis 1713.
95 degrees declination.
73 degrees,
50 degrees.
Spectral class B.
spectral class B.
Magnitude 1.25.
Magnitude 0.65.
Henrietta, we miss you.
Star name,
I can't stand the conversations between men.
Alpha Andromeda 15.
Everyone is so sensible.
80 degrees declination.
Please write back.
33 right ascension.
Morning, ladies.
Correct on both counts, Mr. Shaw.
Morning, Mr. Shaw, back again.
And so soon.
Just passing by, picking these up, dropping these off.
Spectral class B.
Hello, Miss Levin.
Magnitude 2 point. What? Oh, hello, Mr. Shaw. How are you today?
Good. Bye.
He's an odd one.
And getting odder.
Star name.
Star name.
Star name.
Henry, we should be here for Thanksgiving. Daddy's planning a marvelous sermon on family.
Spectral class B.
You missed the news.
33.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, Margie, oh my goodness.
I think Daddy is happier than I am, and to think of it, you're going to be an aunt.
I'm gonna be an aunt, and you, a mother. Congratulations, Margie. That's just... Star name, Alpha Cygnus, Spectral class B.
Hello, here I come. Coming around.
A lot nowadays.
What's going on?
Nothing, just want to make sure she sees everyone's oriented.
It's been half a year now. I think she can find the bathroom.
Am I doing something wrong, Mr. Shaw?
No, of course not. I'm just curious.
Uh-huh.
About the data.
Oh, yes, he's dreaming about the data.
We're a bit busy today, Mr. Shaw, unless you have a message for the room.
Oh, yes. Dr. Prigger and I wanted Miss Levitt's opinion on something of great interest. May I ask you over for a moment?
You may borrow, Miss Levitt, not steal.
Of course, just an expression.
Was it?
I'm so glad Dr. Pickering values my opinion. I didn't think he noticed me at all.
He did, and does. We were wondering if you could explain what sort of phenomenon this might be. I saw it on one of these stars and haven't seen on any of the others, and thought of you, that you might offer some clarity.
Well, Mr. Shaw, that's definitely a scratch.
It is?
I'm guessing someone's pocket watch or perhaps a belt buckle.
A scratch.
We can name it after you if you'd like.
No need, glad less Curta. Time to go.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you for asking, Mr. Shaw. You're always very impressed.
Henrietta,
Star name,
will we see you for Easter?
Magnitude 6.2.
Daddy's asking for you,
Spectral class B,
and I'd love to have you home.
33.
Henrietta, it's...
Magnitude.
Henrietta!
What? What? Yes, what?
I have a son.
Oh, Margie, oh my goodness.
His name is Michael.
You have a son.
You should meet him.
I should. I will. How did this happen already?
It's April.
Oh, why is it?
Henrietta, let me tell you, babies are remarkable.
I'm sure. I'm sorry. I'm just so busy.
Too busy for me.
Too busy for me at the moment.
Can't you just come home?
There are a lot of stars out there.
I'd be so proud if I found my calling. I will compose.
Music? How nice.
When the baby's down and everything's clean, it's just me and the piano.
That's great.
It's not a hobby.
I have to work.
It's very exciting.
It is, and I'm sorry I can't come home, and I'm sure I'm letting you down, but I've got my work and you've got yours, and I can't play house with you right now.
I don't like this mood.
I'll come home.
You won't. You're hardening in some urban office and it's making you flinty.
Margie, stop.
I know there's more to life than that.
In nature?
Than math. There's more out there.
Then why do you stay so close to home? Why do you excel at every ordinary thing and then chastise me about what's out there? I specialize in what's out there, and let me tell you that out there does not happen on a farm.
Check the post. Father sent a book.
I know a Bible.
If it were a Bible, I would have said Bible. It's a book.
On what?
Miss Levitt.
I don't know, Henrietta. I've got this life and you've got yours.
Round and round we go.
Mr. Shaw.
Ladies of the logbook.
My gosh, you better have a supernova on all those plates.
You know he's here for you.
What?
Nothing exciting. I was just hoping to speak to Miss Levitt. What you're all doing, well, I find it bracing.
And I find it hard to work with such interruptions, if you don't mind.
I'm sorry, I'll come back later.
No.
On my rounds?
Mr. Shaw, there's an inverse relationship between time lost on your rounds and the life of my overqualified staff, any of whom you may speak to after work. So come in or stay out, but you must have a reason to be here or cease coming around.
See you tomorrow.
Sweet boy. I'm going to shoot him.
See what I mean? You never thought we were racing before.
Can we talk about anything else, please? Miss Cannon, help?
Just so we're clear, he fancies you.
I don't care. I barely know him. I don't know him. We work. He comes around.
Like a hungry cat.
Who's the cat? Am I the cat?
You're not the cat.
I better not be. I mean, my goodness, I wouldn't even know where to start.
He'd be happy to help you with that.
Work, ladies.
I don't know. He wouldn't be bad to marry.
Then you marry him.
Oh, he's not my type.
Whomever's type he is, I couldn't work if I were married, and that's not an option. So my husband would have to be quite the advanced creature to handle that, and I don't think our Mr. Shaw fits that bill.
Agreed.
Although, I do admire his persistence and his gait. He has a nice gait.
Meow meow.
Would you?
The point is that, like you, my work is my life, and that's just fine with me. And excuse me for saying this, Miss Cannon, but these Mr. Shaws, they all come around. They need your work. They need you. Why don't you demand a faculty position?
Because I don't need a title to do the work.
But the boys need your work to keep their titles. And eventually, one of us has to become what is it?
Mighty Oak.
Mighty Oak. You deserve it.
Neither of you are getting a raise, and that is fine.
I don't want a raise.
I do.
I want a model, Miss Cannon. If the boys won't give you what you deserve, they're never going to give it to any of us.
What are you asking for, Miss Levitt?
A chance to show them what we can do.
Which means what?
I'm seeing things.
Which means what?
I'm seeing more and more of the blinking stars, the variables. I'm working on these small Magellanic clouds and tracking these stars that pulse.
Cepheid stars.
I think so. Some blink once a week, some take a month.
The fact that Cephid's pulse is not new.
I know, it's the amount of them, the large amount I'm finding.
Actually, they're quite rare to find.
Not if you're doing it right.
Continue.
I created a simple comparative that lets me analyze the plates quickly, the same star fields at different times. And you can see that some of the stars are much brighter, and I'm seeing this in most of the plates. Now, if these are true Cepheids, and if there's as many as I'm starting to see, it could be a big clue.
Clue to what?
I don't know, but it's got to be important.
No, it doesn't.
But my instincts are telling
Dr. Pickering does not pay for those instincts.
me he doesn't really pay me at all.
Then do the work you're assigned to do, or don't work. You may, however, stay after hours if you'd like, Miss Levitt.
What?
If you're quiet.
Really? Really?
The only rule was quiet.
Understood. Thank you. Marietta, Daddy was only looking for some book for if you'll come home for Christmas. Like that. Dear Margie, sorry we forgot. Here's a book for Michael from his favorite aunt. Can you send sweaters? Love, H.
Oh my, is she?
Dusting! Aren't you? Miss Levitt! What? Yes, sorry.
Miss Levitt, are you ill?
No, just here. Hello.
Is she in her evenings?
Ha, that would be ridiculous. Delightful, but no.
You slept here?
No. Very little sleeping. These stars. The Cepheids. The pulsating ones.
I know what they are.
There's a shocking amount in the Magellanic clouds. I've become quite intimate with Magellanic clouds.
I'll let the boys know what we need to add a few to the register.
200.
200. Last.
Night, yes.
Oh,
So, why don't I make a habit of this?
I don't.
I'm going to take it.
Why don't you?
Very good work, Miss Levitt. It's really very good.
Thank you.
Where on earth is she going? She's taking a nap in the flower room, and we'll let her. She has an apartment. Do you want to hear what she's finding? Then wake her up.
There's a lot going on in the world.
Uh-huh.
We're in the age of defiance. Defying not turning at all. All the ideas we held, all the things we knew for certain. Fundamentally, distance, light, time.
You read that paper, didn't you?
You've read it?
Relativity.
Relativity, it's impossible, except that it isn't. Space is elastic. Space is part of time. It's ridiculous.
Doesn't make it wrong.
No. The idea that could be galaxies as big as ours, outside of ours? No.
The theory seems to suggest it.
But it makes it all undone, untethered even. In the history of human thought, there's a steady progression of ideas.
Unless you're Catholic.
Standing on the shoulders of giants is what I mean.
I don't know. There's a lot of stupid giants.
But we're modern, building up, building on top of each other's stately ideas.
Sensible.
Yes,
Physics was about wrapped up.
yes.
But then that fuzzy-headed man blew up your foundation.
You're not supposed to do that to Isaac Newton. But what do we grasp? Until what point will it all shifts anyway?
I'm not sure what you're looking to hear, Mr. Shaw.
She's found something, is finding, uncovering, and discovering. And I don't know what that's like, which makes me think I'm not very good at this. And this just might be all too strange.
You don't usually talk this much when you come up here.
I don't. I do. Rounds. I come around.
Oh yes, the life-affirming rounds.
I'm just doing my job. Trying to.
And do you know why she's got something? Because she's not just doing hers. Because she knows she's not getting anything handed to her except the corner of someone else's chance. Because we can't use that apparently hypersex telescope you boys get to, but the mind is sexless and so is the sky. Are you made nervous by how many times I said the word sex?
Somewhat.
Oh good.
I just admire what you all do. It's precision.
Thank you.
What was that?
Wonder meeting competence.
You see why we keep him around?
Is it wrong that I like him a wee bit more because of that? Because I quite enjoyed that little fluster. Speaking of, has he proposed yet?
What? What?
Wilhelmina!
To me? No. What? No.
He always seems like he's going to. That face he makes. Pinchy.
Pinchy? Who's Pinchy? No, we've talked about this. Married? You're not married, and you're not married. Nobody's married. Why is this an issue?
It's not an issue.
Not unless you prove me right and live happily ever after.
Oh, God.
Our only power is ignoring her. Oh, Henrietta, it's just life. Ridiculous and miraculous, and often not funny at all. Especially when you're laughing. She had a husband.
You did?
I did. Left me as soon as we docked Boston. I was 21, pregnant, poor and Scottish. So I laughed. Found my way to Dr. Pickering, and here I am. So I laughed, because that seemed to work. Time to breathe.
Miss Cannon, I'm so sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I take it out when I work.
Of course, carry on. Forgot my gloves.
Oh, no, I was just leaving.
No, I'm leaving. Just came for my hat.
Gloves.
My gloves.
Please don't think I sit here all night crying.
May I see what you see here while you're doing?
Giuseppe's, of course.
You certainly have not for finding them.
But I'm finding that finding them isn't really worth much if they don't mean anything. And right now, they don't.
They might.
I'm holding on to 2,000 of them. And I'm starting to think it's like counting grass. You count it, but why?
I do know the feeling. Show me what you found.
The left side of the list is Cepheus, arranged by the fastest period of brightness. The middle column is their spectral class. But I think I need to change it to luminosity. I'm not coming up with anything. There's no pattern.
No, there's not.
I've wasted so much time on this.
Just love it.
I really thought I could sense something in those numbers. Really felt that there was something important we weren't connecting. But no.
Just love it.
12 notebooks packed, staring at me. All loose ends, all loose. Nothing to show and no meaning of nothing. Nothing makes any damn sense!
Henrietta!
Excuse my language.
You're close. Keep looking. Think about how you're thinking. It's in there.
Should I ask Dr. Pickering?
No.
Mr. Shaw?
Oh no, this one's yours.
Thank you.
Just love it? I think you're in the middle of it.
Of what?
That chance.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Not to worry.
This is
Imposition. So sorry.
This is
My fault. Completely.
This is so exciting. She's right. I pushed through it, charged through it, in a matter of time. I know the answer is there. I just keep going. Right? Yes. Hi.
hello. I just came by for my hat. My gloves. Left my gloves. And I saw the light and I thought, well, I wonder how speaking was going.
Might we all agree for another name for that?
I think that's for the best.
Mr. Shaw, I know I shouldn't be here this late.
Actually, I'd much prefer if you call me by my given name. Peter would be nicer. Nice.
Oh, Henrietta.
Good. Oh, found them. Miss Henrietta, I don't know anything about you really, and that's a shame. So might I know something about you now? Would be nice.
I grew up in Lancaster, family Wisconsin. My hearing's not great, and I used my dowry to get here, so I'm a bit zealous about all this.
Ah,
And I play the clarinet. Not well.
I play also. Also not well.
Then we can be terrible together. I mean, that's not what I mean.
And I have a dachshund named Carl, which is fun. Carl awaits. Sorry, hat. I think that you might be quite marvelous. I think that often.
Oh, that is not standard.
There's an ocean liner leaving tomorrow. You should be on it. I'll be on it. I'm saying come with me to Europe for a month or two. You don't have to decide now, but close to now. Because the liner leaves tomorrow. I said that. Packed warmly, cold at night. We might stop in Spain. And there's dancing and lobster and water and moonlight and bobbing around, and that's romantic or sickening. Either way, there'll be an eclipse, which is fun.
Oh my, that sounds very interesting.
Interesting?
Incredible.
Oh, good.
If it weren't on a boat.
You don't like boats? Oh, I did not think of that.
No, I just can't leave my work. I'm so close to something and
And the ladies can't manage?
not this work. It's my findings. And
You don't have to leave them. I can bring them. You and me and work.
they crack.
So they'll be here when we get back.
I'm too close to leave. I'm so close.
But we can meet astronomers all over Europe. Talk about your ideas. See the world.
That sounds marvelous, but why don't we just go to dinner?
Because you're always up here.
Then I can't go to Europe.
Henrietta.
Peter.
This is a rather large moment for me. So I just want to be clear because it took me 3 years to get this far. So your mind and spirit. I quite adore those things about you. And you don't have to reciprocate immediately, but I feared combustion if I did not tell you that you've been the brightest object in my day since we met. And we work with stars. And I know I haven't been the most emotive suitor, but I have been a thoughtful one. I hope that counts for something. And also, I hope I do not offend you by deeply expressing how much I admire you.
Well, I think it's an accurate statement to say I approve.
You do? That's just tremendous. And a bit shocking. I thought I might have ruined it with that first impression. Or the second. Or this one.
Fortune favors the unashamed, but my work here is very important to me, and if there is any resistance to that, then I think you might want to reconsider your adoration promptly.
I couldn't reconsider if I tried. I know you, and I know your work, and if you can't come with me, I'll stay because I cannot walk away from this.
What is this exactly?
Well, it's love, right?
I don't know. Is it?
It's got to be. My heart is beating like a train. That's your fault.
My fault? No, it's your fault.
Yes, see? Love.
Oh God, how do you know that?
Comparative analysis. Before you, content. After you, passionate, confident, idiot. Crowns, please. An ocean liner just to be with you in the widest of worlds. And finally, I tell you, and finally you hear. And finally,
Sister, stop. Come home. Stop. Father, stroke. Stop.
Oh God, Peter, I'm so sorry. I have to go.
go where? What's wrong?
My family, my father, oh God.
I can help. I can come with you. Whatever you need.
My father's sick, my sister's alone.
I'm coming.
You don't have to do that.
I want to help. I can help.
I'm sorry, but I have to go home and you have to go to dinner in Europe. Go.
No.
I don't want you to miss this because of me. So go and write back and come back.
All right. Yes, but
Go. We go, we come back, and then we...
continue the great experiment of our mutual compatibility.
Whether the storm of Wilhelmina's laughter at our expense.
I imagine it'll be thunderous.
I'm certain of it.
So you leave for a while, and I leave for a while,
It's just space,
and time
which leaves us...
afar, but not apart.
far but not apart. I like that.
Hello, Margie, I'm here. Henry, come in. Hello. Come in. Everything's a wreck. I'm glad you're here. How can I help? What can I do? Everything? Nothing. It's been a mess since last Sunday. Last Sunday? We couldn't get a hold of you. I would have come sooner. I didn't know. What happened? He just fell over. Couldn't talk, couldn't move. Is there anything I can... I don't know where to start. He can't do anything. I'm at my wit's end. Where's Sam? Trying to organize for Sunday. When the town preacher can't preach, and with Sam hurt, his leg, he fell. It's just been so much. It'll be fine. I'll play so at least I'll sound good. You couldn't find someone else to play on Sunday? I can play. I'm so sorry you've had to do this on your own. Oh, there it is. What's that? Work. A little. You don't think this might be the time to put the work down? It's important. And this is not? No! I mean, yes. I mean, I'm here. I'm right here. I just wonder why you exceed expectation in everything except this family. Even so, Daddy's so proud. You think he isn't. You think he resents your great escape. And since you never wrote or came home, you wouldn't know. You also wouldn't know that I made you up for him. I wrote letters for you, from you. Brought them into the house every week. So happy, thrilled. Read them to the whole family. Look what we got from Henrietta today. Oh, Daddy, she says hello. She says she loves you. Thank you. On and on. Such a comforting fiction.
You didn't have to do that.
I did, so that you would have a home to come back to.
Margie, please.
I am so busy. He'll need to be fed. The doctor's coming in an hour. This is suddenly a lot of work, and I'm quite sure you'll be leaving any moment, so I better not get comfortable.
Margie, please, stop!
Please help me. I am not leaving.
However long you need me, I will not go.
It's portable. They can send more, and I can stay here. I want to. I do. I do. It's just been so much. Too much. I see that, and I'm so sorry. It was fine, and then not, and now everything changes. Why does everything change?
Not changes, just changes form.
What?
There's a new theory, a German physicist.
Oh God.
Wait, he says that mass and energy are just different forms of the same thing. They shift back and forth forever. So nothing changes, it just shifts. Why don't you practice for Sunday? I'll find Sam and see if I can help. Dear Dr. Pickering, Miss Fleming, Miss Cannon, due to family needs, I must remain here. Send more sky. Dear Peter, I imagine you on the sea, night brilliant with stars. Instead, I spend my nights just as I did as a child, alone in the yard, looking up, dreaming of another life. Yours,
Dear Henrietta, landed in England, eclipse was stunning. You are everywhere, afar but not apart. Peter.
Peter. It's hard not to feel like I've gone backwards, but it's good that I'm here. Father's not improving, and Margie is so glad to have me, but I do miss everything.
Henrietta, met the most brilliant men at Oxford, everyone discussing relativity. Paris was great, Zurich was cold. How are things at Harvard? Peter.
I haven't yet returned, but once I help Margie, I intend to make my way back to my perfectly creaky desk and your rounds.
Henrietta, I just arrived in Cambridge, and I have so much to tell you. When will you return? Peter.
I promise I'm coming as soon as I can.
But when will that be? We need you here.
Please, send more plates.
I don't care about the plates. Where are you?
The same place! Afar, but not apart? Peter? Father's funeral was brief, but full of friends, which was good for the family. It's been so long since I've heard from you. I fear my letters have gotten lost. Or you have.
Miss Lebanon, I'm very sorry to hear of your father's passing, but Harvard's very busy, and Dr. Pickering is sending more plates for analysis, if you can manage.
Of course I can manage, and I'll be coming back soon.
Of course you will. I just wish...
I think it's time we built you a study for all these boxes.
I'm sorry.
Or maybe a ranch.
I can move them. I know it's a lot. They've been sending more and more, which is good. I want to work. I need to work.
And now that things are calm, you should think about going back. Don't look so excited, I'm not being nice. I just can't stand all these boxes in my living room. And Daddy would have wanted you to go.
Why are you so good to me?
Because I'm a saint, and you're easy to pity.
I accept that. Can I take your son with me? He knows 3 whole constellations.
Yes, boys and glassware is a good idea. It amazes me the entire sky can fit on a little window pane, and how shockingly full it is. It doesn't look that full from the backyard, but every one of them is just bursting with stars.
And nebula. There and there.
My goodness, it's a whole other world up there.
Worlds. You know they call me a fiend.
Who calls you a fiend?
A star-finding fiend. One of the most prominent astronomers at Princeton said that about me.
You're actually important to them?
I am, actually.
And they're not taking advantage of you.
Oh, they surely are, but it's a compliment.
A love letter's a compliment.
We talked about this.
Sitting at Harvard and you can't find a gentleman.
My department is all women.
We'll get out.
It's complicated.
Wouldn't be romance without it, is it?
What?
Romance.
No. Not yet.
And who's this not yet?
Margie, what about your music?
And what about your secret fancy?
Margie, it's nothing. It's a boring story with a boring ending.
Why?
Because it ended. Or didn't really start. It's unclear.
I'm sorry.
It's never in my plan anyway.
Maybe it's your plan that's boring.
Just play something, would you?
You can't just distract me with my own music.
It's not a distraction, it's a celebration.
That you're leaving me? Again.
I've been hearing bits and pieces for months now. I want to hear the whole of it before I go.
Well, I have been working on something small, just a sketch.
A hymn?
Concerto.
Really?
I'm working on a symphony.
Oh my goodness, I guess to write a whole symphony you had to be
Male?
or European and angry.
Upsetting tradition just might run in the family. What's wrong?
Keep going. Yes, please play. Oh my god.
What?
It's tonal.
It's what?
Play.
Henrietta's written another letter. That's not a letter, that's a book. She's found something.
It's the whole thing. It's like music.
My music?
The stars are music.
My music.
The pattern, the numbers. When you put them in the right order, they're... Oh my god, the blinking is music. So simple right there.
She found a pattern in the Cepheids. Look at that. The pulsing isn't random.
Pulsing isn't random. There is a pattern. The brightest stars take the longest to blink.
It's so simple. I love it when it's simple. I don't understand. How does a pattern help?
A pattern is a standard. And if we have a pattern, we can compare stars all over the sky. Right now, to see two stars that are equally bright, we can't tell which one is the brighter star and which one is the closer star. But the pulsing can tell us which is which. The pulsing is the answer.
And somehow musical?
Yes. If you think of the notes as the star's brightness, if this is the dimmest a star gets, and this is the brightest, the time it takes to get from here to here can tell us how bright it actually is, which we can compare to other stars, which we can tell how far away they are, and if we know that, we can skip star to star across the deepest space until we know
What?
exactly where we are.
Gorgeous night, Miss Levitt.
It really is, isn't it?
Checking on the children.
Tucked in but wide awake.
Tell me more.
You tempted me with astronomy?
That is our greatest asset.
Then you'd remember from school.
Cheek, neck,
Pay attention, young man. Stars are classified by the heat.
eyes, my God.
Given one of the letters, OBAFGKM.
And I wish there was some phrase. Perhaps one with an irresistible directive.
Obie, a fine girl, kiss me.
Now I remember.
Let's stay here forever.
Adrift?
Plural.
In the sea?
In the sky. Always the sky.
Always? The sky.
Yes.
Send more sky?
What? Peter?
Yes. Oh, Miss Levitt. Hello.
Hello.
You're here.
I am. Very here.
And I'm so glad to read about your work. The pattern, it's very good work.
Took long enough to find, but in the end, it's a compliment to all of us.
Kind of you to share credit, but I seem to recall you working all those nights alone.
Usually, yes.
Yes, well, I need to be leaving. We'll need your next batch soon.
Gotcha.
Those little Cephids, you're the fiend.
Oh, well, yes, but
Dr. Pickering will be glad to have our best computer back in the house. Good day.
wait.
I'm sorry, I can't talk right now, Miss Levitt.
But I haven't seen the publication yet, and I was hoping I could move past computing to real research.
I'll let you discuss that with Dr. Pickering. Excuse me, I have a class to teach.
You're teaching?
Well,
How
it
nice.
is a university.
Peter,
Miss Levitt, don't.
don't what?
I can't, I'm sorry.
I thought we could.
Sorry, I need to leave, Miss Levitt.
I know it's been so long.
It has.
I couldn't come back right away. I tried, I did. But there were complications.
Years of complications? I'm sorry, we shouldn't be. I should go.
Peter,
Excuse me.
you stopped writing to me.
Well, there were complications.
And space and time. Yes, I know. But when I saw the truth in those numbers, when I finally felt the thing that I always wanted to feel, I thought of you. Because you'd understand. I thought.
You know, there should be mandatory exclamation points to this sort of thing. I saw you coming up the path and I about bit my fist. I was so pleased. Hello, darling. Here you go. The Period Luminosity by Miss Henrietta Levitt. The brightness between the stars and their distance shows their time periods. Ha! Published and triumphant stand. In case those were the worry lines. Why don't you tell her it's brilliant?
It is good work, especially now that Pickering and the lot have their hands on it.
The lot have nothing to do with it.
I'm saying that when others have the chance to apply it, progress indeed.
You want to know progress if it swam up and bit your ear.
Excuse me?
I don't blame you for being jealous.
I'm not jealous.
And I'm not standing in front of you.
I'd like to ask Dr. Pickering if I can continue working on this now that I'm back. Perhaps start a project just for the Cephids.
We already started one.
You what? But I want to participate.
You're not an astronomer.
Of course I am.
Not without a degree.
Then I'll get one.
Who will do your work?
This is my work.
It's not.
My work.
Miss Levitt, you've done a good job.
Peter.
Let's let it be that.
No. The impact of this could change the very...
Miss Levitt, it's just a pattern. It's not a revolution. Though we, of course, thank you for your contribution.
You are a giant ass.
I'm sorry I raised my voice.
Why don't you get out?
I will not.
Do not press me.
After all I've put up from this department, where's Miss Cannon, Gone again.
She's sick of you.
We all know where she is. She's out making trouble for this institution.
And if you ever made as many contributions as she makes trouble in one day, any one of us would care about what you think about any one of us.
I'll go.
Home to your dachshund?
To my wife.
No.
That's Roman.
Dr. Pickering is getting us new chairs.
It's very...
Darling, we are in the business of perspective. You know it's fundamentally hard to tell if something's just big and bright or just close by.
I don't know what you mean.
If stars were our hearts, we'd all just connect the damn dots.
Oh, nothing's ever materialized.
And I'm not saying it did. Just hearts and stars can be very blinding.
How do we know that any of this matters? How does anyone know that?
I want to know that. You can't, which is why you must never doubt, or you'll drown. Now, Annie will be so happy to see you. She's coming back from a protest. Very exciting these days. And they gave her a sash. She loves that sash. And both of them are off to change the nation. Speaking of, guess who's back, Annie?
Miss Cannon.
Here you are, welcome.
It's so good to see you.
And you too, my dear. The responses of your finding have been numerous.
It was in there. You were right.
Then let's all never doubt me again, shall we? See? How'd the march go? I defended your honor.
It was profound and pointless, as these things tend to be.
And the sash?
Patriot thread. So you're back for good then, I hope. Can we start you on something new? How do you feel about Supernovae?
Miss Cannon, I'd rather continue with the subunits. Keep working with it. Follow it through.
Through to where?
Some true place.
Put a big red X on it if you find it.
If we're not finding the largest truth in ourselves, then what's the point of all of this?
The cosmic question of our age.
What is the point?
What is the universe? The question itself and its singularity of size.
We are stuck in
on this planet.
Life, and our perspective is
Imperfect.
intimate.
Which means, however,
I've forgotten to live.
the universe is no bigger than the galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. The stars aren't light years away. How could they be? To even insinuate that would mean that these stars are thousands of light years away. And nothing is thousands of light years away.
Are we contained or not? Is all that we see
The extent of the universe?
the extent? No.
Yes. It is my judgment that the galaxy is the exact same thing as the Milky Way, as the universe. And there is nowhere greater and nowhere else, nor need to be, to inspire the deepest human thought. Thank you.
Professor Shaw,
You were watching.
how could you say that the universe isn't that vast? How could you say that?
Because the majority of astronomers agree.
No, they don't.
Well, the ones that matter do.
The ones who gave you this job do.
Ms. Levitt, if you've read the literature,
Which I have, Mr. Shaw, which is where my findings are now quite at home.
then you'd understand that there is simply no other way to think.
Well, it's a good thing the universe doesn't care what you think. Or me, or Newton, or Kepler. And it marches on and waits for the blind to catch up. That would be you. That would be you.
Henrietta.
I can't, I'm sorry. I have to go. I always have to go.
Henrietta, please.
What?
When I came back from Europe, my father decided that it was time. And that she was a good match. I barely knew what happened, and I barely knew her. And I don't know why I acted that way. Yes, I do. It's because seeing you is very hard.
Well, I'm so sorry that this has been so hard. For you.
That's not what I meant. Perhaps we could talk.
You can't.
Why?
Because there's a boat that leaves tomorrow for Europe. And I just decided that I'll take it. Because I heard that seeing stars from the sea is not to be missed. I don't want to miss anything else. And apparently there's lobster.
Well, that's good for you. And I should say that your work is very important. And I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
Dear Margie,
Dear Mr. Shaw,
I wish I could send you an image of the sky tonight, but I hope they never invent pictures that perfect. That would miss the point.
which is what? I think staring out to sea.
And I used to think that to be truly alive, I needed answers and I needed to know. But that does not in fact need to be known, does it? We do.
We do.
And the real point is to see something bigger and know that you're a small part of it, if you're lucky. In the end, that's a life well lived.
Please tell Miss Cannon that when I come back, I have work to do.
And thank God, there's a lot out there bigger than me. See you soon.
Henrietta! Marky! I miss you so much! Welcome to Boston! It's the same to you. Welcome back. Now tell me everything.
Well, Paris is just as perfect as you'd like to think. And London, oh.
Henry. I'm fine. You're not fine. What is this?
It's nothing.
It's not nothing. You should have come home immediately.
There were only a few bad days.
Henrietta, they've invented doctors.
I saw one in London.
And you're seeing another one right now.
No, Margie.
The luggage can wait.
It can't. I'm going to work. I'm at work.
You're coming back to Wisconsin with me. You're resting
No,
and...
I want to work. I'm going straight to Harvard.
There's time for all that.
There's not.
Wait, now there she is. Henry!
Henrietta, there she is.
That's what I just said. I said that was her. Henrietta, dear.
Oh my goodness. What are you guys doing here? What are we doing here? Your sister told us you were finally coming back.
And you have to save us from each other.
You really do. Now, we've got a mountain of work to get through.
Hello, you. I'm Wilhelmina.
Hello, Margaret.
This is my sister Margie. I thought y'all met.
Not yet, but I've heard so much. Oh my.
You're the sister. We've heard so much.
Oh my.
You're scaring the poor thing, Annie.
Unfortunately, common.
Didn't Henrietta say you have a son?
I do. As tall as his father and twice the charmer.
Oh dear.
Let's just say, do not fear the lack of grandchildren.
Send him to me. I'll straighten him out.
All right, ladies. The early girls from Princeton are in, and we need your eyes on them. I can do that.
Henry, wait. She's just been saying she's been a bit poorly these days.
No, I'm fine, and I can't wait to get back to work. You're sick? No.
Yes, she's nearly fainted just now. She's really not well. I must insist.
I'm insisting.
Margie,
My life is here. My work is here. Everything I've ever wanted is here.
then so am I.
Me neither.
You can't get rid of me.
Me neither.
And you can work from home when you like, so there's not a single reason we can't go all about our business.
Thank you, lunatic woman. Here we go, darling.
I'll get the bags.
Got you, Henrietta. Right here.
Excuse me, Miss Cannon?
Not today, Mr. Shaw.
I heard about Henry, I mean, Miss Lovett. I heard she's sick. How sick? How is she?
Well, she's making do. Just working from home just down the street. I think you know nothing's going to keep her down for long.
Nothing short of an earthquake.
Sounds about right?
Would you please give her this? I took the liberty of inquiring to a family physician, and he said he'd be happy to see her. She would never ask, but if you would please tell her to accept it as a favor to me.
I will, Mr. Shaw. Thank you. This is very... Thank you.
We got the census today. I started to fill it out, but I didn't know what to put under your profession.
Astronomer is my profession.
All right.
Astronomer.
With a capital A. And how are we doing today?
You know the worst part of this? Sitting still.
For you, I'm sure it is. How's the pain?
Not bad today.
But relaxing bothers you?
You can't order someone to relax and have it be relaxing.
Would you like to read some news?
I can't take any more war news.
Did they send another astronomy circular? You'd think a world war would make the stars seem trivial.
You'd think the stars would make a world war seem trivial. I've never felt so helpless.
You're not helpless.
I write all these letters and no one answers. These men, colleagues, all using my work, but they won't let me near it. Useless, helpless.
You're getting upset.
Life is about getting appropriately upset. All I want to know is what's true. What else is true? And I know I won't know, but what does all the knowing of the not knowing do to a sane person? And what does that mean?
It could mean that we're all helpless and alone, and that you can't connect everything yourself. That's nothing connected. Or it could mean that you may not know how you might matter right now, and you cannot know how you matter in the future. But you're already connected. And you already matter. Because what you do outlasts you. Sometimes. Am I helping or hurting?
I can't tell, but thank you. And I want to explain.
Oh, you've tried explaining. I'm just too thick.
Not stars. Something like souls.
Henry.
I just know that you worry about those things. And I don't want you to think I don't believe in anything. I do. Just a different kind of faith. Faith in grand observation.
Which is comforting?
Which is nimble. And that is comforting. My heaven is a cosmos deep in a gorgeous void.
A void?
Well, darkness.
Not all darkness.
Molten with immaculate combustion.
But the stars are
hot, gas, and alone.
Not lonely.
Broad, airless.
Don't say airless.
Deep, vast,
Stop
dark.
it. Stop it, okay? I know we don't talk about this plainly, but where does my heaven go?
Maybe it doesn't.
Henry.
I'm going first. I'll tell you who's right.
You cannot say that. Not to me.
I've made peace with that part.
I haven't. And what other part is there?
The part of meaning something.
You mean everything to me.
You have your babies, your music, you like church.
You can't compare us.
You have a life.
And you have a legacy.
Work that I cannot finish.
That's what a legacy is. The way I see it, and this is just how I see it. You asked about a question, and he answered. That's the meaning of meaning for most of us. Now relax before I drug you. How about some mail?
Fine.
And messengers?
Henrietta.
Darling.
Margaret, thank you for keeping Henry so comfortable and close by. Having purchased blocks away with all these new girls in their temperaments and their outfits, you would not believe their shoes.
Probably not.
How are you feeling today?
Fine. Bored. Angry.
Not for long, you're not.
Glazed ham for dinner. You'll both stay for dinner. I insist.
Wait, now, you should hear this.
Hear what?
We have news.
Great news.
What news? Annie, tell me.
Head of stellar phonometry. It's yours. Pickering sent me to make you the offer.
Oh my goodness.
Henry.
And a raise.
Of a quarter.
Head of photonometry. But that's your job.
9 head curator. Everyone's moving up.
Like mighty oaks.
That's wonderful. Congratulations.
It's a great honor, Henrietta.
Like magma from the depths of men's minds. A nice hot compliment erupts.
And if we a change in the system is what it is, a model for the future.
Oh, Lord.
And if we use things like this and take a real stand,
She's about to give you a pamphlet.
we can make a larger difference.
What's this?
We need the vote, girls. It's about equality.
And it's about time. I know all the slogans.
So I'm not really
If we can organize the sky, we can organize our minds to choose our own future.
She heard a speech a year ago.
Is this a democracy or not?
Now she's a patriot.
A true patriot, yes I am. Does it say we the people or doesn't it?
It does.
It does. And we're marching to DC next month. You should join us. Both of you.
I'll read the pamphlet.
It's a great pamphlet.
Please ham for dinner. I should get it ready.
Thank you, Margie.
Why don't I come get in the way?
So we got new computers. You should come by the office.
Trust me, how much I wish I could.
What can I do?
I need more work. Anyone. Whoever's working on this. I've been keeping up with the circulars. I've been writing everyone I can think of. I need to know what they're seeing. Even the tiniest pinch of information. I'm fine with being tiny. I just need to know.
Of course you do. I'll have some girls take time and investigate.
Thank you. All I have is time, and all I haven't is time.
Time is persistent.
Yes.
Time, its speed, is a constant, one of the few in the universe. And just so you know, I choose to measure you in light.
Annie, Ham needs your help.
What on earth? I'll go get your sister.
Miss Lovett? Hello.
Mr. Peter Shaw?
I'm here. I know. It's odd, but I had to see you.
Why? What's going on?
There's been a new finding, and I don't think I'm overstating it.
Mr. Peter Shaw, please tell me what you're doing here, why you're here, and be aware, they're likely pressed ear to green against that door.
Well, I didn't know exactly where you lived, so it starts with me following them.
He followed us? I will smash
That doesn't matter. What matters is that I received you received, but that doesn't matter. What matters,
What received?
letters from colleagues to you.
To me?
I thought they were copied.
They weren't. I live blocks away. I've been trying to figure out what's going on for ages.
Sorry.
Ages.
That's not the point. The point is, Hertzberg, the Danish one.
Big beard?
Right. He used your data to find those little Cepheids.
My Cepheids?
In the small Magellanic Cloud. Yes.
He calibrated actual distance to my Cepheids.
Yes. This could be the first measurement of anything outside our galaxy.
Which means there are things outside of our galaxy.
Yes. Proof that the universe is vast.
How did he do it?
He used statistical parallax to find the zero, plugged in the zero to find into the sun, then used your data to find the slope, and there you have it.
That makes it sound so easy.
But we couldn't have done it without your work. Your work made the leap for us all. For the rest of time, we have a standard measurement. Oh, and another man keeps writing. Hudgens?
Hudgens? Hubble?
Hubble! Yes.
Peter, how far away are my stars?
Thousands and thousands of light years away.
Oh my goodness.
Incredible.
Which means our galaxy could be one of the many.
Perhaps one of many billions.
I knew it.
You did.
You were perfectly wrong.
I was. I'm so proud to know you. Oh, and the new girl found this. Thought you'd want it back.
This is the book my father sent me.
Never opened it?
I was too busy, and then too ashamed, I guess. Collected poems.
Whitman. This one's Mark. When I heard the learned astronomer, when the proofs, the figures, were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and diagrams to add, divide, and measure them, when I heard the astronomer where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room, how soon, unaccountable, I became tired and sick. Till rising and gliding out, I wandered off by myself in the mystical moist night air, and from time to time, I looked up in perfect silence at the stars.
He's not a martyr then. Wilhelmina had me worried.
Margie, this is Mr. Peter Shaw.
The Peter Shaw?
Pleasure to meet you.
You'll stay for dinner. I insist.
Oh, I can't. I really have.
And yet you will. We have much to discuss, famous Mr. Shaw.
And Margie is a wonderful musician.
Oh,
maybe
yes.
you and Annie can sing for us.
Oh, no, I can't.
Margie knows musicals.
Yes.
I've learned just not to argue with women.
That's correct. Dinner is on the table. We'll be there in just a moment.
Oh, and you must tell Will and Annie immediately.
About what?
Henrietta just became the first person to measure anything outside our galaxy.
You knew about it.
I did.
You knew about him the whole time.
I did. That many letters?
Sisters are strange friends.
What did he just tell me?
It's true. I couldn't believe it.
Of course he couldn't believe it.
Would you be nice to me?
Henrietta was right.
You were right. Look at this.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
That's what I just said. I said, look at this. The whole world should be looking at this.
Henrietta.
I know.
This is just,
It's everything.
it is everything.
How do we celebrate measuring the universe?
I don't know.
That's cookies.
It's brilliant. All right, come on, we're celebrating.
We already are celebrating.
Not enough, you deserve this.
Thank you, but let's just sit down.
That's brilliant. Let's do it. Let's do it right now.
Do what right now?
What are we doing?
You're coming too.
Me? Wait, what?
I can't go anywhere.
She's really not supposed to.
You have to.
You deserve this, Henrietta.
It doesn't matter if I can't.
It's not that far.
It's just a few blocks.
Just up the hill.
It's freezing. I cannot go anywhere. So thank you all, but let's just sit down.
Leave the ham. Get in the car.
For a few blocks.
Now we're talking.
Margie!
Henry, relax.
On top of a hill, just blocks away, across the courtyard from my old desk, where it stood off limits, I see the great refractor telescope to which we happily break in that night. And taking Margie's hand, I lean close, hold my breath, and see my heaven. Some time from now, I gather myself and sneak outside and look up in perfect silence. And I know that distance is only space and time, and for some of us, light. I am out of time, but light has never let me down, and so I shift. The next year, Annie gets the vote. Then a man named Hubble uses my work to prove that our most unique galaxy is in fact one upon billions, upon billions. And a man from Sweden calls asking if I'd like a Nobel Prize. It's too late for me now, but I take the compliment. The next year, Will dies in Boston, Annie by her side. Another year and another war takes over the world, and Annie dies. Then Peter. Then my sister, kissed by 12 grandchildren, a symphony on the radio. Then we harness the atom, orbit the Earth, stand on the moon. And then a telescope named Hubble with wings set for space shows us how vast and beautiful it all truly is. Because wonder will always get us there. Those of us who insist there is much more beyond ourselves, and I do. And there is a reason we measure it all in